Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. Today we are starting a new series here on the channel called the Skincare Power Rankings. Month by month, I'm going to look at the movers and shakers in the skincare world, which brands are going up in terms of their popularity and reputation, and which are going down. A lot can happen in 30 days in skincare, and we're going to be looking at some new product launches, some behind the scenes information that hopefully will just enable us, the consumer, to be that little bit more informed. I want you to sit back, relax as we talk the skincare power rankings. Now, before we get into this video, I have to issue the world's biggest thank you to each and every one of you out there. Yesterday, we reached the 60,000 subscriber milestone. It was like mind-blown moment. And honestly, if you'd have told me 2 years ago that I'd have reached this by this point, honestly, I wouldn't have believed you. And it's only thanks to the love, support, and kindness that each and every one of you shows me day in, day out that's made it possible. So honestly, I mean it when I say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much. I'm constantly trying to keep things interesting here on the channel, mix it up, try some new content, and today's video is part of that. I'd love to know what your thoughts, feelings, or opinions are towards this new series, the Power Rankings, that I'm looking to do month on month, so make sure you sound off in the comments section below. With all that being said, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? I'm all about the positives, so let's start with those brands that are on the ascendancy, going up in terms of reputation and popularity. And first and foremost, I'm going to call out Nip and Fab. Now, Nip and Fab as a brand have been around for quite some time, I think probably like 10 years. However, at the start of 2022, they did a full redesign. They reformulated a lot of their products, they changed the look of them, and I really think they're taking a new approach to skincare. This has really been well received by the public. Lots of people praising the brand, saying how good the new formulations are. I think what's changed is whilst they're still really trying to direct their products towards this teen, acne-prone skin market, which honestly, I think needs good quality skincare to appeal to it, they've done so in a much more gentle way. They've taken out some of the stripping and drying ingredients in a lot of their products, and honestly, I think that's for the best. I always think, as someone who still suffers with acne in their mid-30s, the best way to tackle a breakout is with kindness. Don't strip and dry that zit, actually hydrate it, nourish it, and honestly, it'll just heal better. Salicylic acid is one of the best ingredients for fighting breakouts, and it's great that this is still the core component of Nip and Fab. Honestly, I think their products are just better for that reformulation. I've tried a lot of them, and the ones that I'm going to call out are these. These are the Salicylic Fix pads. Now, if you remember like the old Clearasil pads back in the day, which were really abrasive on the skin, packed full of drying alcohol, and it really turns you off the idea of a spot fighting pad, don't, because these are actually much more gentle. I'm still going to say a lot of their products contain fragrance, so if you are super sensitive to fragrance, they're not going to be for you, but this is a nice convenient way of getting your salicylic fix without having to use it in a serum, in a pad form. And if there's a teen in your life, or you're a teenager yourself and want something that's a little bit different, easy to take with you on the go, I think these could be really, really good. I love, no matter whether you're in your teens or in your 70s, reach for this, which is the Nip and Fab Purify Sunscreen. Won't break you out, doesn't clog the pores, feels beautiful on the skin, and honestly, it's just an absolutely fabulous sunscreen that I would recommend to everyone. It's my current go-to, and honestly, I think the reformulation is totally deserving of the hype that it's getting at the moment. Such a great brand that honestly, I think understand the direction skincare is going in, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come for Nip and Fab in the next year. Now, a brand that's also been around for such a long period of time is this The Ordinary. And I honestly think 2022 has been a really, really good start for the brand. If you look back to like 2020, 2021, I think The Ordinary started to look a little bit stale. They didn't have many new formulations of products coming on the market, and I think a lot of people's interest in the brand just waned. I know they launched their powders, which honestly left everyone feeling a bit meh. They were a bit faffy, they were nothing really new. And I'd said to a lot of people, you know, The Ordinary really need to come out with something innovative, something new to really grab people's attention again. Well, they did that, and they launched these two products, the Salicylic Acid Anhydrous Solution and the Standard Salicylic Acid Serum. Both of these came out towards the end of 2021, start of 2022, and honestly, they are so, so good. So I think the real standout is the Anhydrous solution. This is genuinely different to anything else on the market. It's encapsulated salicylic acid in an oil base, meaning it's amazing for people that have congestion and blackheads, but also have sensitive or dry skin. Won't strip you, won't dry the skin, it doesn't irritate, and honestly, it delivers such great blackhead fighting benefits. The traditional salicylic acid, which was relaunched earlier this month, again, really, really good. Took the original formula formulation, but just improved it. It's a lot more gentle than I remember the old style one being, but again, still perfect as that spot treatment. I did a recent review of this on the channel, which I'll leave a link to that video up there. I think The Ordinary have turned a corner, and honestly, if these two products are anything to go by, I am super excited with what 2022 has to hold for the brand, and I think they're definitely on the up in terms of the level of interest you're seeing in them again, and the new formulations. Now, a lot of people will have already heard of Nip and Fab and The Ordinary. A brand that you probably haven't heard of, but is getting a lot of hype at the moment, is this one. This is numbuz. I hope I've pronounced that right. It's a Korean brand. It's been around for quite some time, but has just only recently appeared here in the West. They're already getting a lot of talk and chatter online, so I think 2022 has got off to a phenomenal start for the brand. Hopefully you guys heard it here first, because I think whilst some people are aware of them, I think their popularity is only going to grow and grow and grow this year. I tried just about all their products, but I think it's their serums that really are the standout performers. They have one, they're all uniquely numbered, and they have one for just about each skin concern. My two favourites are these. This is the Mild Green Relief Serum, and this is a Skin Softening Serum. Each of these is packed full of ferments. They've also got natural botanicals, they've got calming and soothing ingredients, but unlike a lot of Korean skincare, they also have some really great actives in relatively decent concentrations, so you're going to get quite a good result from all of their products. I also really love this, which is their sunscreen. So elegant, so lightweight, just felt really, really good on the skin. I will caution that I don't think this is going to work for deeper and darker and richer skin tones, so I hope in the future they will launch a more accessible sunscreen that'll work for a wider range of skin tones. But if you have my skin tone or fairer, this could be a really nice addition to the skincare world, and definitely one to check out. It's a brand that's going to see its popularity rise and rise and rise, and 2022 has already got off to a phenomenal start for them. Now finally, in the brands on the ascendancy, I want to call out Beauty of Joseon. Now I would say it would be hard to impress me with this brand, because already I loved everything they had to offer, and then they launched their sunscreen, the Rice Relief Sunscreen. Was just perfection. And the reason I'm saying their popularity and reputation is on the way up is all down to this one product. Unfortunately, I can't wave it about frantically for you in this video because I ran out, and now it's out of stock just about everywhere. That's because it's probably the most hyped and talked about sunscreen of the moment, and everybody wants to try it. It is stunning. Not only is it verified, the releases are testing at 2 different labs, showing it's offering the protection that the brand says, which is a huge tick in the box. It's also the most lightweight sunscreen I've ever tried. Glides onto the skin, feels like you're wearing nothing but has that guaranteed protection, and gives a really nice veil of hydration to boot. It's just everything you want in a sunscreen, and honestly, this is the reason why Beauty of Joseon is just climbing and climbing and climbing in popularity, and I am really excited for what the brand's going to offer in the rest of 2022, because this sunscreen is worth a patient wait if you haven't been able to get your hands on it yet. I did a little bit of a first impression swatch of the product, so I'll leave a link to that video up there if you want to see it in action, because like I said, I've run out and I can't actually show you it in today's video. Now, unfortunately, with all the brands on their way up, there has to be some brands on their way down, and that's what I want to cover in this section of the video. And first and foremost, I'm going to call out this brand, Good Molecules. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually love Good Molecules. I think they're a fantastic brand, and I've loved all the products that I've tried from them. But 2022 hasn't got off to the best start for the brand. A lot of this links back to the transparency that the brand always promotes. So on the bottle of every single one of their products, they list the exact percentage concentrations of all of the ingredients within it. I always applaud this level of transparency because it's really good for us, the skincare nerds out there, to know exactly what we're putting on our skin. However, that transparency has a bit of a double-edged sword because you really know what you're getting with this product. Michelle over at Lab Muffin was one of the first to call this out. I'll leave a link to her video in the description box below if you want to check it out in more detail. But what she said was the problem with this level of transparency is you now know that a lot of the claims that the brand makes, such as products containing vitamin C, when you look at the ingredients list, there is such a tiny proportion of vitamin C in it. It's really delivering zero benefits. And so whilst a lot of brands will include a ingredient on the front of the bottle saying this contains this ingredient to really sell it to us, the consumer, and we have no idea of the true concentration, you do with Good Molecules. And so sometimes I think the brand is guilty of highlighting certain ingredients that actually aren't in the product in a meaningful concentration. Ultimately, I always say the proof of the pudding is in the results, and I get phenomenal results with Good Molecules products. I love the fact they're entirely cruelty-free. I love their price point. This brand has so much going for it. So honestly, I'm going to continue to use and love them. But I don't think 2022 has got off to the start that the brand would have liked. And I think, that level of transparency does come with that double-edged sword where sometimes maybe we know a little bit too much as consumers, certainly in the brand's eyes. And I applaud Lab Muffin, for calling this out and explaining it in a bit more detail. I definitely would recommend you check out her video. I want to call out next Drunk Elephant. It's not been a good start to 2022 for Drunk Elephant, and that's because so many new copycat brands and products are emerging for some of their best sellers. Now, I do think, whilst I'm not always a fan of copycat, brands taking a formulation and just recapturing it in a different product, I think where Drunk Elephant are concerned, they probably should have expected this. If you're going to take very standard formulations and sell them for really high, luxurious price points, then it's only natural that other brands are going to say, well, let's recreate this at a fraction of the cost. I don't think any other brand has been copied in quite the same way, though, as Drunk Elephant. And in January, we've seen an explosion of these dupe products. I think leading the way is this brand, Lacura, which is available at Aldi here in the UK and Europe. I think they have a like-for-like dupe for just about all of the Drunk Elephant collection. My favourite is this, the dupe for the C Firma Day Serum. It's the exact same formulation in the exact same component, but for 1/15th of the cost of the Drunk Elephant price. Just let that sink in. You have to pay 15 times more in some locations to get your hands on the Drunk Elephant equivalent of this, and that kind of makes me feel a lot less sorry for the brand, because honestly, if you're overcharging like that, you kind of should expect brands to come in with more affordable dupes. I'll leave you guys to be, the judge of whether copying brands' formulations and packaging is right or not. I think I have very mixed opinions of it. When it comes to Drunk Elephant, though, it's not just Lacura that are doing it. You're seeing a lot of other dupes emerge on the market, and I think, as a result, Drunk Elephant are going to have to take a look at their pricing structure and say, is this really sustainable if people start shifting away to more affordable dupes? We'll see what comes in the rest of the year, but it's definitely probably not how Drunk Elephant wanted to start 2022. Now, finally, let's talk Jeffree Star skin. Now, this isn't a person that I knew a whole lot about. I think Jeffree Star is a content creator here on YouTube. I think he was also over on MySpace, Twitter, just about all the social medias that either exist or did exist at one point. I think to describe him as problematic would be an understatement. I don't know a whole lot about him, but it seems to be every controversy or scandal that's out there, he seems to be front and centre of it. Not a great look, in my opinion at least. He said that he was launching his Jeffree Star skincare line in November of 2021, and we've heard nothing since. I'm only aware of this because a lot of you guys have reached out saying, Rob, do you have any thoughts, feelings, any sneaky understandings or knowledge of the products that are going to be launched? Honestly, I know nothing. When they do launch, of course, I'll try them out and let you guys know what I think of the products themselves in an unbiased way. But to be truthful, I don't think we're going to be seeing it in the near future. There's been a lot of issues around the formulations not being right, a lot of issues with the components and the packaging, which just means it's been delay on delay on delay. I think now we're probably expecting this around the March point, but honestly, I think a lot of the buzz and the hype has really left the chat when it comes to this brand. Not just because of Jeffree's problematic past, which is enough to put a lot of people off, but also those delays and some issues with the formulations. It doesn't look, it's not a great look for a brand that's new to launch. We'll wait and see when it comes out, and like I say, if you guys want to see a review of the Jeffree Star skincare line, I'd be quite happy to do that in an unbiased, objective way. But again, I don't know a lot about him or the content that he creates, and so if you guys want it, sound off in the comments section below and let me know. But I don't think this is the start to 2022 that the brand would have wanted. Sometimes it's better to just hit the ground running, get those products out there and let people be the judge of that. I think these delays often lead people to think what's actually happening in the background, but again, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Now, before I close this video, I want to give one final honourable mention in the on the way up category, and that goes to James Welsh, one of my favourite content creators here on YouTube. I've always loved his content. He's always set the bar high in terms of what he produces, but I think 2022 has been an amazing start for his channel, because you know what? His content has really just just taken it to the next level, and I'm enjoying so much of what he produces recently. It can be really difficult in terms of being a content creator to really keep things fresh and interesting, which is why I'm always wanting to create new series like the one that I'm filming today. I think the days of single product reviews have kind of waned. Interest in them has gone a little bit, as I think we're all, over the past couple of years, have become more used to skincare, more knowledgeable of the products and the ingredients that are out there. So it can be difficult to keep people's interest and mix it up. I think James's content recently has been amazing, particularly his behind the scenes beauty videos. I'll leave a link to some of them in the description box below. So again, just as a little cheeky honourable mention, I think James Welsh's channel is on the ascendancy, and honestly, I am living for a lot of the content that's being created, so I'm sending him lots and lots of love. Hopefully you guys will sign up in the comment section below with your thoughts, feelings, opinions on the brands mentioned in today's video. I would love to hear from you, and let me know, are you enjoying this series? Do you want to see more on a monthly basis? Again, your feedback means so much to me, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.